Okay, we can say good afternoon, yeah. Good morning to everyone. So this was not on the schedule, and anything spontaneous and unplanned is always has its own interesting dimension. So I decided to sing about and speak about Chassidic melodies and their deeper meaning. So with your permission, I'll do something a little different. I'm going to actually sing. I'm not one of the professionals like that you've seen on the stages. This is more from the heart, part of my tradition, part of our tradition. But I want to give a short introduction. I mentioned it at one of my talks, but I think I want to really emphasize it. You've heard of the book, The Tanya? The Tanya. Well, the Tanya is the classic work of Chabad Chassidus, authored by Rabbi Zalman of Liadi. It's a very comprehensive and very contemporary presentation. It's deep and dense. Don't think it's easy reading, but it really presents essentially a map of the human psyche and the battles that we go through and how to deal with these struggles. And it's just a tremendous blueprint, essentially. When the Rabbi Zalman first published the book, it was Tov Kuf Nun Zayin. It would be 1797. So that's like 210 years ago, something like that. 200. And of course, the students and people reading it were, blown away. But it was very difficult. So they studied it. 2 years later, they came back to the author, Rabbi Zalman. They said, "We don't fully understand it. It's beyond us." And he answered something fascinating. He said, because you only heard half the story. Oh, I did say it's going to be song, but so I guess. So it's only half the story. The other half of the story is nigun, song. Without song, you can't understand this book. I never knew this many years until I recently read it. It's one of the talks of the previous Rabbi says that. And I realized something, that yes, when you really want to experience and to really be empowered by spiritual resources, words, even the most profound words and most philosophical and psychological insights are not enough. You need song. Song is a dimension that touches us in ways that no words can touch. As we see, I can speak, other speakers can speak, they can speak brilliant ideas, beautiful ideas, even resonating ideas, touches us, makes us cry, makes us laugh. But someone sings a song, it's a whole different story. You suddenly transport it to another time and place. It cuts through a lot of layers. In the expression of the Chassidic Rebbes, that they say words is the quill of the mind, and song is the quill of the heart and the soul. Chumas halev, the quill of the heart. And that's the beauty of a song. The song has an ability to pierce many, many layers to the point that even when people speak, you can have only one speaker and everybody else has to listen. When you sing, everybody can sing together, and it's not called clutter. It's not called disturbance, because we all become one harmony. So I want to focus on that, and through song and some stories that capture the meaning of the song, give you a little taste of it to the best of my ability. And I want to again share one or two more stories regarding this, and I'll interweave it also within the songs that we go. But I think these stories will help frame and contextualize what I'm going to be doing here. And that is that the Rabbi Zalman himself, he was a Chassidic Rebbe, and he faced a lot of opposition because it was a new movement starting from the Baal Shem Tov, and there was a lot of resistance with fears because everyone has just come from the wake of the Shabtai Tzvi movement, which created a lot of upheaval, where the Jews were desperate and they clung to this man Shabtai Tzvi, who ended up being a false Messiah, and ended up actually converting to Islam. So there was a lot of I would say fears and insecurities when so-called new mystical movements rose. And the same was with the Chassidim, that they were seen. That's why the concept of misnagdim, people who opposed them. And for many it was with good reason. It was something new. They didn't know what it was. Rabbi Shneur Zalman, those that met him realized that you're not dealing here with God, but he was a tremendous scholar and a tremendous man, God-fearing man. And this was completely, not just completely, he was teaching godly Torah. But this not everyone was aware of. So he went once to a city called Shklov. Shklov was a bastion, like a fortress of the Litvish school of thought, which is the non-Chassidic school, very Talmudic and very anti-Chassidim. But they gave him, being that some knew of him and knew of his greatness, they gave him to speak Shabbos, the sermon. He gave the sermon. And he gave a brilliant exposition on Talmud that was impressive to everyone. But the Alter Rebbe felt that something he really didn't reach as much as he would like to reach them. So he began to sing. He sang a tune. And this is what he sang. I heard this on recording from our Rebbe, my Rebbe. And he sang to the words, Tamu ru'u ki tov Hashem. He said, Tamu ru'u ki tov Havaye, versuchten zet, as the Rebbe is good. That's what he said. The words mean, Tamu ru'u, taste and see that God is good. Tamu ru'u ki tov Hashem, that God is good. And the taste, in other words, is through the tune, because the words don't always capture the power. And the story goes that when he left the shul, hundreds followed him, because the song pierced them more than all his words. That's the power of song. I had a personal experience, more than once, but one really interesting one. I alluded to it in one of my talks. In the Crown Heights, there's the Jewish Children's Museum. If you've ever been, Kingston Eastern Parkway, big edifice, The Jewish Children's Museum gets grants from the government. But due to that, they need to have all kinds of cultural exchange programs. So it's not just for Jews. They have tours that include all people from all the religions and all cultures who come to see the Children's Museum, the Jewish Children's Museum. One day I get a call from the director of the museum. His name is Rabbi Binyaminson, Rachmil Binyaminson, and he says it was between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, that I remember. And he says to me that there's a group of around 25 to 30 Sri Lankan monks from Sri Lanka. You know what Sri Lanka is? It used to be called Ceylon. Sri Lanka is like an island off of India. India, the real India, India, the place you get customer service, that India. That's how we know. But it happens to be, it has 1.3 billion people today. So off one of the south to the south is an island called Sri Lanka. And these Sri Lankan monks, religious leaders, are coming to this museum this afternoon, and he'd like me to share a few words with them.
This wasn't children at all, this was adults.
Yes, monks. So I came, I agreed, it was very intriguing to me. And in my mind, I said, I'll share some thoughts about Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur in a spiritual, mystical way. These are Buddhist monks, so they're the Buddhist, from the Buddhist persuasion. And that's what happened. I met them. They were wearing orange robes, and they all spoke English. And we sat in a room exactly like this. It was like a small theater they have there. You know that theater, right? And I was there, and I made a presentation. Essentially, I was speaking about perpetual creation, how really all of existence is matter, but there's a divine energy energizing and pulsating and constantly being renewed in bringing matter into being. And now Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur is the time when the entire universe is renewed. And I talked a lot about energy and matter and so on. I thought it was a topic that would be essentially based on Chassidic teachings, something they would relate to. Now they're trained, listen to this, they're trained to not react at all when a speaker speaks. When the master speaks, they sit like stone, literally. They don't smile at your jokes. Right, not like you. They don't laugh.
I comment one way or the other.
You're not a monk. You're not a Sri Lankan monk. That's for sure. Okay. They don't cry at your sad stories. No reaction. So for a speaker, it's a little disconcerting because you don't know, are you getting through or not? Here I see, he's smiling. I know, I must be saying something that makes sense.
Very disciplined.
Yeah, extremely disciplined. And they're sitting there, and I really was like, we're looking for something, a reaction, just because I feed off the audience. I wanted to see reactions. I know I'm going the right direction, or maybe I should take it this direction, that direction. That's the way I work. Anyway, bottom line is no reaction at all. So I decided, no, I need some reaction here. I can't handle this. I don't know if it was my ego or whatever. So I said, with your permission, and there were other people in the room. There were rabbis in the room, Rabbi Jacobson, there were some supporters. The room was a full room. They were sitting in the front rows, the first rows of seats. So I said, with your permission, I'd like to sing a song. And I said, I'm going to sing a song you probably never heard. It's a song that in my tradition, in my community, on Yom Kippur night, which is coming in a few days, after Kol Nidre, after the evening service, is one of the first songs we sing, a beautiful haunting melody called Ya'aleh. And I asked them the permission, they said, for sure, and I started singing. I'm going to sing the song now, next, in a moment. I'll just tell you what happened. It was amazing. Suddenly their faces changed. For the first time I had a reaction. You could see their faces melted. They had this like warmth that came to them. And they just listened to it. And afterwards, when one of them got up to speak after me, said, since the rabbi sang, we'd like to sing a chant as well. It was fine. It was a neutral chant, but they also did it. But later I asked them, I said, when I spoke, did you understand what I was saying? They said, absolutely, it was great. But we're trained, we do not react. A master speaks, you listen. You just absorb. You don't make... I said, what about by the song? They saw we couldn't control ourselves. That's what they told me. So right there, I had a little taste of what the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman had. And I saw it with my own eyes. I saw the song. I remember in the back, Rabbi Jacobson everyone was like shocked. I'm singing for Sri Lankan monks some Chassidic melody from Yom Kippur. It was like probably first time in history. They never heard such a song. So I saw the power, and that's the story. So maybe this is an opportunity. I'll start with this song, and I'll give it a little background as well afterwards, and then I'll do a few others, and each one I'll try to supplement with, or rather I shouldn't say supplement, I guess contextualize, frame with the story behind the song. I have a few very interesting ones that I myself heard from the Rebbe and from Chassidim. Beautiful songs. I mean, remember in the Chabad Chassidic tradition, obviously there's tremendous amount of text and scholarship, but song is a very rich part of it. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of melodies. I'm not exaggerating, not 2 or 3, hundreds. And for different moods, and very meditative ones and very profound ones. Some are more lebedik, some are a little more, some are very, very somber. So I'm going to I'll do a selection as many as I can. Remember also the night of, we had the last days of the holiday, so the night of, as Pesach ends, Saturday afternoon, we're going to do Mashiach's meal. We always do it out there. And we'll be singing then all the songs of the Rebbes and so on, which, if you're hearing what I'm saying here, I think those songs will be appreciated even more so. I can't do all those songs. It's a whole series, but I'll do some that we won't do then that are here. So let me begin with this song that I sang. And here it goes. And just like I asked them permission, I ask you permission. And let's see if your faces change. Because one thing is for sure, even when I speak, I see your faces react. For good or for bad, but it's react. But here's the song. Here's how it goes. So, it's hard to quantify what the story of this song is, but I'll just give you a little take of mine. And the truth is, a song can mean something for every person differently. Everyone of here could be hearing something else, touches you in a certain way. To me, this is most of all a song of yearning, a type of yearning. We live in this existential, lonely world. We're preoccupied with all kinds of minutiae and details. And there are times where you just want to break out, so to speak, out of the constraints, the Mitzrayim, and experience something a little beyond. And this song, in each of its stanzas, has its power to do that, which really, I could say, is a common denominator among all good songs. But for some reason, this song also reminds me of my early years when I was a child. I used to sit near my father, Yom Kippur night, and without fail, when this song began, he would start crying, under his tallis. And for a child, that's very moving. And tears of, not of grief, healthy tears, the tears that you cry for when you sense something bigger than you are, and you just feel that you are like you're in the awe of the moment. And I always remember that. My father's cried, but he wasn't a big crier. But Yom Kippur night, this song began, and I'm sure reminded him of his childhood and his experiences. And we all have within our psyches many, many dimensions, but then, as I said, we get caught up in the details. And there are moments of truth. That's what it really is. It comes down to moments of truth, and a song is able to bring you there very quickly. And it's not a surprise to me that music is essentially the language of our youth. I have my own theory about it, that I think song has replaced prayer. And rock concerts have replaced cathedrals and synagogues. And especially Grateful Dead heads will say that it wasn't just replaced that, it was also became a pilgrimage with all the extra substances and offerings and keteris, we say incense, to make the experience complete. I wasn't part of that, but I identify with it. I see it, because I remember in my years, coming to a Farbrengen, the Rebbe had a Chassidic Farbrengen, or Simchas Torah, or Yom Kippur, or these songs sung. It was literally that. It was ecstatic, ecstasy. So I understand today, the religion doesn't touch young people, but music does. I have no doubt that music is a form of prayer, a form of transcendence. It's a form of escape of the so-called the boredom and monotony of life. So with that, let me go to another song. This is no particular order. This song is called Yaakov, the Poltava Nigun. It's a song composed by Rabbi Yaakov of Poltava. Actually, my Poltava it's close to my heart, because my mother's my mother's father, I should say, my maternal grandfather and his family came from Poltava. So that's not why I'm singing it, but it was always a song I remember in yeshiva when we were students. Friday night we'd have what's called a Seder Nigunim. And we'd sit after sunset, and Shabbos began before the prayers. So we had an hour, and we just sang songs. And I remember this song was always like in those formative years when I was like a 16, 17, 18-year-old, and rebelling in my own way and trying to find myself, discovering that I'm a rebel without a cause. And then I finally found a cause. And so this song always was like a song that to me was, I spent long nights singing this song to myself. And whenever I needed a type of like, some type of like, I don't know, I'm looking for the right word for it, but something greater than I am. This song was always the go-to song for me, at least. And as I met other people, I've heard this well. This song touches many people similarly. It's a very different type of song, and I wouldn't even call it a song. Some of these, they're somewhat like chants, maybe like a chant, but it's not really a chant either. It's a combination. It's its own style. But these were composed. This is again composed by a great chassid. This is composed by people who are essentially spiritual human beings. They live their lives not for money, not for power, not for influence, really just to live in this material world and somewhat heighten the standard of spiritual consciousness. That's what they were about. They were good people. Busy life was giving a life of simple life, a humble life, and weren't caught up in so much what we have in our lives. So they had this ability, those that were composers, to just compose and capture those deeper soul yearnings. I would say that really express something that's of a different world, because that's what it ends up being: songs of a different world, a different reality. So here's the Paltava Nigun. This was composed by a chassid. His name was Rabbi Yaakov of Paltava. Paltava was a city in where? In part of Belarus or Russia. Where's Paltava? Probably White Russia, Belarus, the area. The song goes like this. Okay. Oy did na na ya no. 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 Did oy na na. Did ya na rai ya did na na ya no. Oy did na na ya no. Oy did na na ya no. Did ya did na na ya no. Oy did na na ya no. Did ya na rai. Did ya na rai ya did na na ya no. Did yo na na ya no. Did ya did na ro oy did na did oy na ya no. Did yo na rai. Did yo na roi. Oy did na ya no. Oy na ya no. Oy na ya no. Ya did na ya no. Did ya na no. Ya did na ya no. Did ya na no. Ya did na ya no. Did ya na no. Ya did na no. Oh ya na ya no. Oh ya no. Oh ya did na ya no. Did oh ya no. Ya did na ya no. Did ya na no. Ya did na ya no. Did ya na no. Ya did na ya no. Oh ya na rai. Did ya na ro. Ya did na no. And did ya oh ya na you know. Did ya oy naray naroy oy oy dedenay oy deray oy nanay nay num Driyay narayim, driyay naro, oy dedenananoy, oy narayim, driyay naroy, ay dedenanano, oy nananoy, oy nayanoy, ay dedenanano. Niriyayanayanoi, yayedidinanayanum. Niriyayanayanai, yayedidinanayanum. Niriyayanayanai, yayedidinananu. Niriyayanarai. Niriyoyararoi, yayedidinananu. Diriyoy naray 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 dirirayay oy nanay nay nay nu diriyoy oy 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 dirirayay oy naray naray naroy oy oy dirinay dirirayay oy nanay nanay nu Driyay nanoy, driyay naroy, oy dedenanano, driyay naray, driyay naroy, oy dedenanayano.
Maybe I answered this before I came in, but such a long nigun like that, when is it sung?
This particular song, good question, is not. There's no real scheduled times for it. This is usually sung by someone who's like either suffering from real existential angst and just breaks out in song in the middle of nowhere, or middle of a farbrengen, or when someone's asked to fill in for his son to do a workshop, and is left with no other. Recourse, but to dig into my own arsenal of the truth. This song is really more of just a breakout song. The previous song I sang, I think when you walked in, was sung Yom Kippur night. So there are songs designated to certain times. This one is more of a song that's usually Chassidic farbrengens. It's one. I mean, you could see. I sometimes don't even feel adequate to try to explain a song because it like defeats the purpose. A song is not to be explained, but this song, to me, as I said, was very profound effect when I was in my teenage performative years. It captured for me, like the tension and resolution. You know, you hear the high peaks, and then the so-called the resolution or integration of the feeling. You know, those high crescendos, and they come down into you. So to me, it was very much captured like life's ebb and flow. The ups and downs, like the tension and resolution, and a song like that has both extremes. That's to me, again, it's a very subjective. Everyone could hear their own story, and it just brings me back to those type of experiences. Okay, with that, let me go to, I could just sing this song for the next hour, frankly, but I want to give it some variety here.
I'm trying to get some words out of it. So is that particular nigun the kind that would invite others to join in, or is that really more of a personal?
That's a great question. It would invite others to, let me put it this way, 3 scenarios are possible, since you want to get the whole picture. It could end up being one person sings it, and people just absorb it, especially if they don't know it well, so they're not. The second scenario, which is the worst case scenario, is when you sing it, and then people who don't know the tune try to help you, and then you have a song that's completely botched up, and you know what they say. What's worse than one person singing out of tune? 2 people singing out of tune. So if you have like 5 people singing out of tune, and you're trying to sing it normally, it's just And the third scenario, which happens very often, a song like this, a lot of Chassidim know it. It's very good. It's a very good harmony song. When many people sing it, is even more powerful. So they'll sing it together. It's relatively easier song to sing together. Even though maybe the first time you heard it, it sounds a complicated song. It's one of the easier ones to sing together because there are songs. I may sing one that's much more complicated, that's harder to sing, a group to sing. But this song that I sang earlier, the first song I sang, also when that would sing, I remember in 770, you had 5,000-6,000 people singing that song. It was awesome. I don't know if you ever heard it that way. Unbelievable.
Imagine that happening with that song. I could hear
Yeah, absolutely.
the whole
Absolutely. Look, by Farbrengens, when we stood, the Farbrengens, there were Chassidic Farbrengens among Chassidim, like people like ourselves. There was a Farbrengen with the Rebbe, and there certain songs were sung, and sometimes a song would, take off, and the whole crowd would sing it. The Rebbe too. It was a moment. It was a moment, a magical moment. You couldn't recreate them. It was like a moment of transcendence. The Alter Rebbe's Nigun, which I'm not going to sing now because that you sing at special times. We'll sing it Pesach night, and some other songs like that from the Rebbe's. Very powerful song. I mean, every song has its own story. I'm giving you a little selection. Do you want me? Do you want to ask? Go ahead.
I was just wondering, you mentioned the town that this came from.
Poltava, yeah.
Is that typical that these come from different?
It was interesting. Again, yes, there were composers. There were, for example, two brothers. They were named Aaron Kharatonov and Shalom Kharatonov from the city of Nikolaev. You've heard Nikolaev? It's actually the birth town, Ukraine, the birth town of the Rebbe. So they were tremendous composers. They composed songs that were beautiful. I think the Yal is not theirs. I'll sing one or two from them as well. So some cities had some. I guess they had like composition in their blood. So sometimes it was associated with the city, not always. The composers came from particular cities. It wasn't particularly a city thing. You have songs from different cities, from Paris. I mean, the Russian cities, mostly the Russian.
It's community, It's
Yeah.
also of the community.
Any famous people from Vilna?
From Vilna, I'm sure. If I'm thinking of.
Vilna Gone is from?
Yeah.
Who I'm related to?
Okay. That explains everything. That's why you're so erudite.
Do what?
We'll talk about it later. Erudite. Okay.
Erudite? Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on my grandfather, great-grandfather, on my mother's side, 7 generations back that I'm related to the Vilna Gone. And I got a great big chart. So it's not just something I'm babbling about.
No, I said it explains a lot. That's all I said.
When do you sing that song in the Yom Kippur services?
After Shemoneh Esrei, after they finish Shemoneh Esrei, they start the hymns. There's a hymn called Yalla. We sing. Let me do now another one.
Is that before Kol Nidre? Or?
No, Kol Nidre is the beginning. It's later.
Oh, so after Shemoneh Esrei, then you sing this one.
Not the last one, the first one. Okay, the next one I'm going to sing. The next one is a song actually taught by the Rebbe. I'll give you the setting. It's a tremendous song called Shamil. When you laugh, you have to be careful because maybe the Vilna Gaon laughing inside of you, as well, because you carry his genes. Okay? Not Shlemiel, Shamil.
Shamil.
Yes, Shamil.
It has a different meaning than
You know the difference between a Shlemiel, Shlemazel, and a Nudnik? You know? Listen, the Shlemiel pours out the soup on the Shlemazel's lap, and the Nudnik keeps asking, what kind of soup was it? Okay? So, a little humor to throw.
What does that mean?
I'll leave interpretations for later. Let me continue.
What you're saying. I said Shmiel, but you're saying it
If you have patience, Rebbitzin, I'll explain. Shamil. So this song was a song among the 10 nigunim, 10 songs that the Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, actually taught. But it's very dramatic setting. So I'll give you a little background. Simchas Torah, we know we dance, right? Hakofus. In Chabad, in Lubavitch, the dancing begins the night of Shmini Atzeret, and then continues the night of Simchas Torah, and then the day of Simchas Torah. So there's really 3 main so-called celebrations. The second night, there would be a Farbrengen, and the Rebbe would speak for around 3 hours, from like 9 till 12. He would go to his room, they'd reorganize the synagogue, and Hakofas would begin around 1 a.m. 1 a.m. It would end around 4 a.m., 5 a.m., depending. And afterwards, he would go back, of course. That was, of course, a tremendous celebration with all kinds of nigunim. There mostly were Lebedika songs. He didn't really sing the slower songs because it was Simchas Torah mode. But then he would come back, This was before I was a kid, but I don't remember this. This goes the years 1955, 54 through 64, 1964 through 54 to 64. He'd come down around 5 a.m., 5:30, get up on a table in the shul, in the synagogue, with a bottle of mashka, a bottle of l'chaim, give anyone who's accepted upon themselves to learn more chassidus that year. He would give them some l'chaim, and then he would either tell a story or give an introduction and teach a song. Some of these songs some knew, but some songs were completely unknown till that moment. He didn't compose the songs, he taught them, which means he had heard them in his own background, whatever it was. So here's a song called Shamil. This the Rebbe taught in the year 1958, Simchas Torah 1958. Tafshin Yotes would be the Hebrew equivalent. And it was this 5 o'clock in the morning. And it was a difficult song. It took them many times. He would sing it. And there was a few people who were quick to catch the song. And they would re-sing it, and the Rebbe would correct them. They would do it again and again till around an hour. This would take around an hour. And then that song became a song that was repeated many times in the subsequent Farbrengens. So the Rebbe first told a story. The story is the story of Shamil. Shamil was the name of a band leader. Not a music band leader. A leader of a band, of a wild tribe that lived in the Caucasian mountains, which is now in the area of Chechnya. Shamil was his band leader, not Jewish. He was like a free spirit, a bohemian. And he had these wild free spirits with him, and they were a nuisance to all the towns below. They lived in the mountains. They would steal sheep, and they would do this. They were troublemakers. And the townspeople were looking for all kinds of ways. How do you deal with them? You can't go to war with them because they had the high ground. They were up in the mountains.
Where was this at?
I'll tell you later if you didn't hear the first time. You're not the only one in the room. I have, there's a very big audience here that I have to address. So that they came up with a ruse. They said to Shamil, come down here in the valley where we are, and let's talk. Let's try to come up with some type of cordial arrangement. Obviously, the whole point was really just to get him, to trap him. So he came down, they arrested him, and they put him into a labor camp. And in this labor camp, he was heard humming this song by a chassid. And when the chassid came out of the camp himself, he brought the song back to Chassidim. And the song has three sections to the song. The Rebbe was telling all this. First section of the song is Shamil is reminiscing, nostalgia of the times when he was a free man up in the mountains, a free spirit. The second part of the song is melancholy, a sad moment where he now is imprisoned in this labor camp. And the third part of the song is an optimistic, hopeful tone where he is in hope and believes that he will one day soar again and be freed from this labor camp. And the Rebbe said that these three stages reflect three stages in our own lives. We live in this world, and we remember, the soul from time to time wants to remember it came from a much freer place. It didn't have to deal with abusive people, with crime, with health issues, with all the trials and tribulations of this material world. So it's a form of nostalgia, remembering the past. The second is the sadness of in a world where we are bound. We're bound, we have to pay our bills. We have these obligations and these expectations to meet and these responsibilities. And it can be very burdensome sometimes. It can weigh heavy weight, like in a labor camp. And the third is the belief and hope that we will one day soar again. The soul will soar again together with its body. So essentially it's like a metaphor for our lives. That's what the Rebbe said, told the story. And then he started the song. So I'll sing the song. And I'll the second time around, I'll tell you which section you'll figure it out yourself. But it goes in that order. You'll see the nostalgia, the melancholy, and then the hope. So it goes like this, Shamil. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Diri-yo, yana, yo, yana, no, yana, 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 diri-yo, ra-ya, yana, yana, ra-yana, yana. Diri-yo, yana, ra-yana, yana, ra-yana, yana, ra-yana, yana, ra. Diri-yo, yana, yana, yana. Diri-yo, yana, 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 ro. Diri-yana, yana, ya, oh. Diri-yo, yana, 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 anano, yana, yana, diri-ya, yana, anana, yana, yana. That's the nostalgia. Diri-ya, yana, yana, yo, yana, 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 ro. Diri-yana, yana, 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 yana. Diri-yana, yana, 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 yana. Diri-ya, oh, yo, yo, yana, oh, yana, yana, yana. That's the melancholy. Diri-yo, yana, 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 oh, yana, 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 ro. Diri-yana, yana, 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 ro. And that's the hope. Diri-yana, yana, yana, oh, yana, ro, yana, yana, ro. Diri-yana, oh. That end was specifically emphasized by the Rebbe. Very hard to end that way because it's like the voice literally goes out of its own. It's a hard jump to make.
What was his
Faith?
fate?
His faith? Good question. I looked it up once online. I forgot what his faith was. I got so consumed with the song and the story that I don't even know what happened at the end. The fate was that he is memorized forever by us because we sing his song. So I'm not sure what happened to him per se. I don't think he got back up in the mountains, but he gave us a song.
Where is
And
that?
Caucasian mountains
And where is that located?
in Chechnya area, throughout the southern Russia.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, you go skiing ever?
No, my brother's skiing.
Oh, your brother's skiing. Okay,
He
but
goes skiing
yeah.
in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, but I don't think there's snow there. So, just was wondering. Okay, so let me do a Lebedika song, like a Simchas Torah song, if I may. And there's many of them, of course. Some of them you're more familiar with. I will do one, and let me think, which one should I do? Okay, no. I'll do two. So there's one that was really a favorite of the Rebbe. He would sing this often. Simchas Torah, he would begin this song. You'll see it has a different style. It's a little more alive. I mean, not alive is not the right word. More lebedik, I would say, more lively. So I don't even know if it has a name, to be honest. But I've heard this song many times, sung by the Rebbe and sung by the crowd, especially Simchas Torah.
You
So
did the verses to Rebbe?
no,
You could
it goes like this. I don't know. I did it, 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 ay 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 yo ay 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 oh yeah 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 yeah. This can go for 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes and just goes faster and faster. When a lot of people sing it, it's very powerful. It sounds like a locomotive, right? Racing at 150 miles an hour. And the Rebbe would make was, I know as I sing it, come back vivid memories. I'm sure, Jeff, you remember some. Yeah, unbelievable Lebedika song. And it's like conducive. Yeah, there are some songs you go faster and faster and like the crowd can't keep up. This is one that has its own little pace.
Rabbi Goldberg in Baltimore, from the Tversky, from Denver, he always starts Simchas Torah with that nigger.
Very nice.
Have you ever heard of Rabbi Goldberg?
Let's talk about it later.
Anyhow.
Yeah. So, okay. Another. Let's talk a Pesach song. So Pesach songs actually is V'hisha Amdalanu, which was at the Seder, which is a song definitely sang by the Farbrengens. And Mim Mitzrayim is another one. Alachas Kama V'Kama. Which one should we do? So you know V'hisha Amda, you know? V'hi sheyamdo lavoseinu v'lanu shelo yechad bilvad omad aleinu l'chaloseinu v'yakodesh baruch hu matzileinu miyadam V'hava kodesh baruch hu matzilenu miyadam Ela shebechal der v'deiraim dim aleinu l'chaloseinu Ela shebechal der v'deiraim dim aleinu L'chaleseinu, aim dim aleinu, l'chaleseinu, v'ha'kodesh baruch hu, matzileinu miyadam, v'ha'kodesh baruch hu, matzileinu miyadam. This one, I'm not sure the history who composed it. I would have to check on that. Is that the song you were singing? Is that the one that I just sang? You know it? Oh. Yeah. There's Mim Mitzrayim. Mim Mitzrayim ge'altonu mebeis avodim pidisanu. Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim. Hey, Mim Mitzrayim ge'altonu mebeis avodim pidisanu. Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim. Mim Mitzrayim ge'altanu mebeis avodim pidisanu. Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim. Mim Mitzrayim ge'altanu mebeis avodim pidisanu. Mim Mitzrayim ge'altanu mebeis avodim pidisanu. Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim. Mim Mitzrayim ge'altanu mebeis avodim Pidisanu Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim. Doing a little abbreviated versions, getting more songs in for the bang for the buck. Okay, so there are more Pesach songs. I'm not going to sing them all. I'm looking for a little more wider selection. Let me see. I have a song that I'd like to sing, which is, see, I'd rather have the words in front of me. I don't know all the words by heart. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. You have a song you'd like me to sing? Huh?
Did the Rebbe do any Yiddish songs?
Some songs are in Yiddish, yeah. But let me just, the song I want to sing is, my father-in-law was actually a very beautiful singer. He would start the songs at the Farbrengens, Rabbi Gansberg. And he once told me that there's a song called the Usher Nikolaev was Niggin, from Nikolaev also. And he actually picked up the song from a polka song that he heard at a wedding. The klezmer were playing the song, but they played it very quickly and very simply, and he turned this into a Chassidic melody. So I'd like to show you the contrast, and he taught it to me, how they sang it. Then I'll sing the Chassidic version. What Asher Nikolaev took a very simple, song that you'd hear whatever. And so this is how it went. The polka went like this. Ay 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 So this was sung by a wedding. It's one of these songs, and everybody was just like hopping around, nothing very profound, right? But here's a chassid heard it, and this is what he turned it into. Okay, how does it begin? Oy naroy nayoy oy no Diriya no Diriya narayanayoy oy narayanayo oy nayoy oy no Oh, yanai, narai, ananano, yananano, ayanarai, yanai. Oy yanana yanano, oy narayano, oy narayano, oy yanay, oy yanay, ay naro nayano, ay narayano, oy yanayano. So here's the polka. Ay 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 ay, and this is what he did with it. Ay 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 no ya na ya narai narai naro. I find that amazing. It's like a real artist. He takes a little ay 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 and turns it ay 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 no ay narai narai naro ay ay. Anana ya ya yanana ya ya yo ay narayana no. They sang ay ya 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 ya, and he did ay narayana no ay narayana no ay narayana ya yo yanana. Oh, yanana, yanaro, nayano, yanara, yanayano, So there you go. You see, you can look at the same thing, the same sound. One person hears some type of little, jingle. Another person turns it into a heartfelt cry of the soul. What do you think? So, I used to ask my father-in-law told me also this was amazing. He said this was a song they would sing every time the Rebbe would start crying. So they stopped singing it because they didn't want to. They didn't want to feel like they're imposing. So this is the song. I asked him what song it was. First he didn't want to tell me. Then I finally forced him. No, I didn't mean, not quite. But he sang it for me, and I'm trying to remember now how it goes. Oy na no 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 ya na na no ya na na ya no oy na 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 no ya na na no na na no ya na oy na ya na ya na ya na na ya na na oy na na no no. You know what? I'm singing the song I sang before, right? Yeah, I am. Oh boy, I got it. 1 second. Give me another moment.
Decided not to mention it.
What? No. It's a very beautiful one.
Sometimes it's very hard to switch the.
I know. So that's what we're experiencing right now.
I see
know.
you about me.
Not a senior moment. It's the songs. Each one has its own personality.
That's
Let him
what
focus.
they sing at a chasana.
Let him focus.
I'll sing another one. Meanwhile, maybe it'll come to me. If it doesn't. There's a song that was also taught. It's a song actually in Ukrainian. The words are Ukrainian, and I don't have all the words in front of me, even though actually I could probably pull it up. That's interesting. You could do everything online today, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm glad you agree. Let me see if I can find it. Then I'll sing it with the words. If not, I'll sing it without the words. Yeah, here we go. Came up? Okay. You ready? There we go. Istavia pitu piatnietsu upiatnietsu pravu ya pravu svoju telicu treba znati jak gulait Treba znati jak brechati Oi cheshbon tzedek divati Pred panom chazayanom od shati Ami piem da piem Dami goyayem wir trinken yayin azay v'mayim wir sagen alle zusammen lechayim v'atot tishma min hashamayim. I'll translate it afterwards. I'll sing it again. There are parts here that are Yiddish and Hebrew, but mostly Ukrainian.
This is Ukrainian.
Yeah. So stav yapitu biyat subotu Upya Subotu Prabhu ya Prabhu Sivyu Rabotu Treba Znatiyak Gulyati Treba Znatiyak Brechati Oy Cheshbayin Sedeko Davati Pred Panom Chazayenom Odvet Shati Ami Piem Da Piem Da Migul Yayem Und mir trinken Yayin Azei Vimayim Und wir sagen alle zusammen L'chaim V'ato tishma Amin Hashamayim. I'll translate it. As a matter of fact, a fellow colleague of mine sang it once. He was once in Ukraine, and he sang it. He was with an English accent, and the Ukrainian, he didn't even know what he was singing. He just memorized it. So they were laughing and laughing. First of all, his accent, but also the words are a little funny. Here's the English translation. I started to drink on Friday. I had drunk my calf away. One must know how to be merry. One must know how to talk. How to give a just reckoning. For the Master the Lord, to justify oneself. But we drink and we revel, and we drink wine like water, and we say together, L'chaim, and you, O Lord, please hearken to us in Shamayim, in heaven. So it's like a type of, like a punish. Not punish, as in a pun form. And that is the song, yes. Okay. So, do we want one final one? One encore? Yeah, before everybody goes to lunch.
Did you think about that song?
While I was singing, I didn't think of it, but let me see if it comes to me. It doesn't come to me right now, so I'll give you another good song. There's another Yom Kippur. Huh?
Something you can
What? There's always a next time, right?
look
Exactly.
up on your phone. That song that you're thinking about, can you look it up on your phone?
What should I type in?
There's no name on the phone.
Oh, there's no name or anything that, Niggin.
Niggin, yeah. Okay. So here's a song which is called the Beinani. It's a beautiful song.
What's it called?
Beinani. It goes like this. Oyena oyena yana 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 ya ya. Oyena na na ya yana na ya oyena yana na yana ro. Oyena ra yana yana. Oy 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 oy. Oy ay 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 naro. Oy naro ay ana na na ya 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 narana. Oy na na yo na naro. Oy nara na ana na no yo ay. Oy ay 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 oy naro. Oy nara ya ra oy nai. Oy ay no. Oy nara ya na naro. Oy naro ya ra oy nai. Anay no. Ayanana ayanana nanayano ayanara ayanay anayano ayanaro Ayanaro, Ayanarai, Ayano, Ayananaya, Ayayayayano, Diriyayananai, Ayanai, Yararayai, Ayanarai, Yararayai, Ayanarayanu, Ayanaranai, Ayay, Ayay, oh, you know, Yararayai, you know, Ararayai, you know. Ay, 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 you know. Ay, naro, ay, 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 anay, anay, you know. Ay, naro, ay, ay, anay, anay, naro. Ay, naro, ay, 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 anay, anay, you know. It's the band. Everyone have a good afternoon. Thank you for indulging me in my... Should I pursue this as a career? What do you think? Okay, so I have a bright future ahead of me.
Did the Rabbi do any Yiddish songs?
I sang one with a little Yiddish in it.
With a little, but I mean, did he?
A little more Yiddish? For next time, yeah. Everyone have a great day.
For me, your